Hi everyone, and here's a devotional for Thursday, August 27th, 2020. And we, who with unveiled faces all reflect the Lord's glory, are being transformed into His likeness with ever-increasing glory, which comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. 2 Corinthians 3:18 NIV. Or as Joyce Meyer would say, from glory to glory to glory to glory. That always makes me think of Betty, because Betty and I love Joyce Meyer. And Betty, I don't know if you hear this, but I miss you, and I am a horrible friend because I haven't called. Anyway, shut up, Kelly, and keep reading. Okay. How do we become transformed into His likeness? This happens when we read His Word, spend time getting to know Him, and seeking His face, and through the tests and trials that we face. Ooh, did I just say that? Oh, I did. Let's go back and read that again. Okay, we're going to read that sentence again. Okay. Oh, let's read the whole thing again. Heck, let's go back. How do we become transformed into His likeness? This happens when we read His Word, spend time getting to know Him, and seeking His face, and through the tests and trials that we face. We are not changed immediately into His image when we accept Him. It takes time and patience on our part for Him to mold us and make us. We see ourselves with our many weaknesses, but He sees the glory that He will bring about in us. Isn't that awesome? That's a picture we can't see right now. And even if I could see, I wouldn't be able to see it, but that's okay. But wow, isn't it? I know some of you have heard this story 1,000 times, and you can probably recite it verbatim. Oops, we don't want to stop this. Okay. So anyway, and I know that I recently shared this, but I just want us to get this because I need reminded of it all the time. God sees the big picture in our lives. When I was in the studio, I was laying down vocals on a song, and I had, laid down the lead vocal, and then I laid down one of the first background parts, and I'm like, ugh, that sounds gross. But the cool thing was, my producer, he just kind of, kept on, just doing whatever needed to be done, and he could have been like, that sounds horrible, you need to change that, but he didn't, because he knew, in his, my goodness, my phone is busy today, but he knew that, in the process of recording a song, there's a lot of parts to lay down, and he knew there was going to be a big picture that was going to work. So he just patiently just kept, I kept saying, okay, let's do this, let's do that, and we did it and everything, and this song came out, and it was what God wanted it to be. But see, we don't realize that in our own lives. I know when I see two parts together that really don't sound that good or don't seem that good, I'm like, Lord, how could you do this? I don't want to, but God sees the whole picture in our lives. And we need to realize that, okay, I'm just going to wait on God because He knows what He's doing, and He's got this thing under control. And when I get through this, there's going to be a big picture that's going to be beautiful. It's not going to be the yucky thing I thought I was seeing. If that made any sense, it'll be amazing. But also, as far as growing in the Lord, sometimes we don't realize that we're growing. I know most of the time I don't realize that I'm growing until finally one day I come across something that I react differently to than I did before. And then I'm like, wow, I guess I've grown and I've changed. And, I praise God for that. But I want to grow up in Him. I want to every day be more and more and more and more like Him, and not just regress or whatever and be more like me, because I just make messes, but God fixes messes. Praise God. So, may the Lord bless you all and be with you till tomorrow.